We have Liberty Hangout, Poop Girl, with a video on the Dems' new agenda. Looks like she's going to talk about it in a pool, like a James Bond villain or something. So let's see what this is.
If you thought the Democrats trying to take your guns was scary, wait until you find out what they're trying to do now. They want to make it...
You guys have been harping on the Democrats trying to take your guns for like 50 years, and it's never happened. Are people on the right ever going to realize it's not happening? The guns aren't going to get taken. They just aren't.
illegal for you to even defend your life. So we know for at least the last decade that the Democrats have not been shy about wanting to tell you they're going to take your guns. They're going to take your assault rifles. They're going to take your assault weapons, even
Yeah, because you don't necessarily need them. And I understand that the term like assault rifle, assault weapon is incredibly vague and it doesn't necessarily mean anything. The way I understand it to typically mean, basically when people are talking about assault rifles or assault weapons, what they really mean is a semi-automatic rifle that you can carry a lot of rounds in without reloading and can get off a lot of rounds easily. And then there's stuff like bump stocks that are going to allow you to get a lot of rounds off without having to compensate for the recoil, so you can like fire very, very quickly. Things that you shouldn't have to do typically in a home defense situation or in hunting, right? I'm fine with guns. I've talked about on this stream, talking about maybe getting a gun someday for protection because I'm trans, and the trans murder rate is incredibly high compared to the general population. I don't inherently have a problem with guns. However, it's pretty reasonable to put certain restrictions on certain kinds of guns or certain accessories for guns that make it much easier to do basically one thing, and that's to go into a crowd and shoot a bunch of people really quick. Like, if you're using your gun for protection or you're using it for, like, hunting, it doesn't need the same things as a gun that you would use to go in and, like, mow people down, right? In the scenario where someone is breaking into your house, a handgun is going to do just as well as a big rifle, right? You don't need this. This is like you compensating for having a tiny dick or something. Just get a gun for protection. Use it responsibly. Don't constantly fantasize about using it. Use it as a last resort. I don't understand the fetishization of guns in this country. It's so bizarre.
No, those don't even exist. But what they don't want to tell you outright just yet is that they want to make it illegal.
MMO addicted with 10 bits, but Hannah, what if a swarm of 50 to 200 feral hogs beseeches my McMansion? Well, then I guess you're just screwed. I don't know.
For you to even defend yourself. And
it would depend upon the situation. I'm not really in favor of stand your ground laws, right? I think that if you are able to safely retreat from a situation, you should do so. You can disagree with me, that's fine. That's just how I feel about it. If you can safely retreat from a situation where someone is threatening you or robbing you, you should do so. Because I don't care if the person's robbing your house and wants to steal your 70-inch flat-screen TV. Even if that person's a scumbag, shooting them in the face is not cool. It just isn't. Call the cops. Have them arrest the person. Maybe they'll get away. I don't know. But that's why you have insurance, so you can get a new TV or whatever they happen to be stealing from your house. Like, a person's life, even if they're someone who's doing something bad, is not inherently less valuable than the things that they are taking from your home just because they're doing a bad thing.
And the reason they're going this route is because they know they are not going to be able to take your guns because you guys will not allow that to happen. Now, there's something that happened last week in a place that starts with a K that involved a young teenager, but I cannot say either of those names here on social media or else this video will be taken down.
I don't know if it'll be taken down, but it might be demonetized. YouTube does that with a lot of current events news things because people don't want advertisements on controversial videos. Like, I'm sure Kaitlin's take on that particular event is gonna be real yikesy, and no one wants their ad for Coke or whatever to play before Kaitlin talking about how she thinks it's okay for someone to shoot people. Like, it's really messed up.
What we are seeing with the Democratic response to this person defending themselves is that because they weren't able to disarm him and keep guns out from his hands, they want to make him an example of what will happen if you have to ever defend your life from a violent, radical leftist. Because
he wasn't defending himself. He literally drove in from out of state with a gun. You can't say, I was standing my ground when you come for a fight. What are you talking about? Didn't he already shoot someone and that was why they were chasing him? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They know that they are so incredibly violent, they don't want you to think that you can defend yourselves against them. We see what they're doing in the streets. We know what they're capable of. And how dare you ever stop them in their path of destruction for this country. And we know this is what they want to do. If you guys remember the St. Louis couple just last month that had to come out and deter violence from happening in front of their home, in their community, and even possibly on their property. They accosted.
Dude, people were cutting through their yard and they freaked out. That's why it became a meme. Salem police seem to be acting better than Portland police. They stopped a Proud Boys rush and ordered them to drop weapons. Good. Her faux outrage infuriates me. Oh yeah. She concern trolls all the time. It's really annoying. Why did you have to be in the pool for this? I have no idea.
Them. How dare they do that? How dare they make sure they were safe? And they were charged with a whole lot of bogus crimes. As you guys can tell, I am being very modest about what I believe in this situation. The fact that I'm not even saying any names or locations should tell you how worried I am about censorship. And if you guys are just as worried as I am, go to libertyhangout.tv right now where you can actually see my uncensored, unfiltered opinions about this situation. And I'm going to keep updating you guys about what I
It's an ad for her website.
think every step of the way. But I can only do that there at libertyhangout.tv.
Kaitlin Bennett, uncensored. That's an interesting way to word that. Is there scat porn? That seems like the thing that she should get into. I think that picture of her pooping her pants was probably the most popular internet thing she's ever been a part of.
I don't need to tell you guys, but maybe you guys can share this video around so other people know. Joe and Kamala have already promised to have some sort of assault weapons ban or some type of ban on your weapons that you use for self-defense in your home. Spread the word. Make sure they know this is happening. I don't know if you guys...
She was in like a skirt or a dress or something. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I certainly can't show you guys it on Twitch. But for those of you who don't know, Kaitlin was at a party and got super drunk and passed out and had just the biggest turd come out of her, and it was hilarious. So check it out. You can find it on the internet somewhere.
Get the same point of view that I do, that I feel like the media and the Democrats are trying to make you guys feel guilty for wanting to defend yourselves. They're trying to make it to where you don't even guess, you don't even think about wanting.
Yes, please feel guilty about crossing state lines with an illegal firearm so you can murder protesters. If you want to call that defense, yes, feel guilty about it, please.
To defend yourself so that when they come to your door to hurt you and hurt your family or your friends, you won't...
You know, those roving mobs of leftists who are going to break into your house. What?
Even think about defending them because they want to make you scared to do so. They want to make you second guess how important your life is to not only yourself but your family. They want to leave you second guessing if you should be able to defend yourself while they run around to the cities, go into the suburbs and destroy people's livelihood, and while they target Trump supporters blatantly out in the middle of the street. On the flip side though,
he shot 2 people, lady. Are you serious?
And the reason I love wearing this hat to support our president is because President Trump came out and spoke about the situation that I cannot say, and he said it looked like self-defense to him. The fact that we have a...
And as we all know, Donald Trump, astute person that he is always honest. Remember that time neo-Nazis hit Heather Heyer with a car and killed her, and then Donald Trump was like, they're very fine people on both sides. That was fun.
President who is willing to stand up for this guy that's getting just destroyed in the media, getting lied about, and had to defend himself. That should make you so proud. And with that, I will remind you guys, stop being scared to support our president. Put on your red caps, put on your Trump shirt, and you can get those at KaitlinBennett.org. It supports my work, and it also supports President Trump, because we have to get his message out there. Or you can go to patreon.com/KaitlinBennett as well. I'm going to be going to a lot of the Trump rallies that are coming up, and I'm so excited to see you guys. The only way I can do that and bring my security to stay safe is if you guys donate to patreon.com/KaitlinBennett. Go to Liberty.
I like that Caitlin's all about, like, get guns to defend yourself and also pay me so I can have private security escort me, because a gun apparently isn't enough to defend me. Hold on, let me switch something. Where is it? Okay, so the link in chat, which I'm not going to show on screen for obvious reasons, the one that Wind Chanter posted, has the photo of her after she pooped her pants. Please click on it so we can discuss it. Let me know when you guys click so I can move on and we can talk about it briefly. Okay, so let's take a look at the poop girl picture. Now, I just want to say, Kaitlin, what the heck are you eating, girl? Because, my goodness, it's like her diet that day was like, I'm gonna eat 5 steaks before I go. Hey, I'm not showing it. It's not TOS. I'm not showing it. I'm just talking about the photo. Yes, that's real. That's why people call her Poop Girl. Anyway, it's like, it's not photoshopped. It's real. How much red meat is this woman eating that's the volume of poop that is coming out of her? Like, it's honestly bonkers. Anyway. Moving on.